Hello, what's going on? I am on the yacht where I'm currently working. It's in Puerto Montenegro still. If you're following along, I've been here about a week, not even yet. When did we arrive? Wednesday, I think. Tuesday. Anyway, the 4th of June, and I think it's now the 9th. I have cleaned and done most of the little odd jobs that I can at the moment. Just in the galley, in the main deck galley, there's a tiny galley in my crew cabin, which I've moved out of. I've already mentioned this in previous videos, but I thought I'd do a bit of an update, and maybe random people are watching who don't already know. Here we have a little indoor cockpit area. There's also one in the sun deck slash flybridge. But yes, I've moved into this forward cabin, which is very messy and dark at the moment, but I've actually turned the AC on finally, which is using a lot of electricity, but it is 30 degrees out, so hopefully it holds up. I've just been cleaning the inside windows today, which I don't know how they look because we have these shade cloths on. It's very difficult to see if there's streaks everywhere, and I'm sure there is, but I guess I'll just have to redo them once the shade cloths are off. This next door boat has similar ones. You can kind of see that they're on there on this window. But yeah, we have I have put those on. I am the sole crew here, so everything that's being done, I've pretty much done. The owner slash captain also helps with a lot of things, but he is otherwise engaged at the moment, which is why I'm by myself. Here we have the living area. I have sort of a few of my things, my very important paint by numbers project right there. I just did some yoga, which is one advantage of making my own schedule at the moment. In the hottest part of the day, I decided to sort of take the middle of the day off. There's really, honestly, not much to do. I mean, I could go clean the tender and a bunch of other things, but I am just going to have to re-clean them all, you know. What's happening? I have been making little lists of things to do because, again, as I am the only crew, I don't really have anyone to conspire with, or whatever the non-dodgy word for that is. But, you know, it just feels like sometimes, even when I get a lot of things done in the day, that I'm like, am I even getting anything done? So it is nice just to have a list of things, and I can be like, oh yes, I actually did all those things. Otherwise, it's just a bit of a decision paralysis, like, oh, I could be doing all these things, or I could be doing nothing, and no one would sort of know the difference. Also, I'm not really a morning person, so I've been really like, oh, I should be getting up earlier, I should be going to bed earlier, especially when the aircon was not on. I tend to be going to bed later when it was cooler, but I think now, maybe tonight will be the night when I'm actually in bed before 10, but no promises there. It does seem like a bit of a balance between like resting and actually being productive. Next week I'm going to be off, but I'm still going to be on the boat, so I think I'll be like off, but also if something is needed on the boat, then obviously I'm here to do that, and also make sure the boat is okay. Yeah, today the only other really thing that I'm going to do is go out and get some food and some cleaning stuff from the shop. I was thinking about doing yesterday, but it wasn't really completely necessary. I could probably honestly wait till tomorrow as well, but I ran out of yogurt. That's the main thing, which I usually eat for breakfast, so I'd kind of like to get that. But yeah, I'm gonna wait a couple hours until it's not quite as hot out. But yeah, there's always like a sort of balance between having your quiet moments of self-reflection and also trying to be social and create some sort of community, which is very difficult here because I, again, have no co-workers, and I don't really know anyone in Montenegro. I know there's an event every Friday with all the crew in the marina, and maybe the marina staff as well, but I haven't gone to it yet. Well, that is another thing. I need to go to the marina office and ask them to contact the neighboring boat, because they have taken one. We have two bow lines on each side, and they've taken one of them. The captain did ask them to return it a week ago, or less than a week ago, but then they still haven't. So yeah, I just need them to send a message to the owner and just let them know that, but yeah, there's not really much news to report other than I'm waiting for a few people to come fix a few things with the tender. There's a part in the AC unit that needs to go in. I never did put this pipe on the outflow for the AC. It uses seawater to cool down, and it sort of flows out the side of the boat. You want to put this pipe in so that it was maybe less loud, but I don't think it's really going to work, honestly. And it seems like a lot of work to get on the supboard, go around, see if it works. Then I have to clean the supboard, and it's just like a whole thing for kind of no payoff. So yeah, obviously I'm not, like, that's not my super high priority. Yeah, so it is now the first week of June, and in a month's time we should be on our way to Greece. There's a possibility we're going to have to do a very long passage kind of directly to Corfu, probably anchor just at the edge of Montenegro out at the bay here, and then have to do like an overnight, anchor somewhere off Corfu, and then eventually find a marina, I guess, because I think we're picking people up from the airport. Although I suppose technically we could still stay on anchor and just take the tender and pick them up, so there is that possibility, but I don't really know. I never really know the schedule, because it's a forever changing, non-set thing. I'm just about to have lunch, even though it's like 3:30 in the afternoon. I have a very weird eating schedule at the moment. Because I'm trying not to like get up and right away have breakfast. Also partially because I've been eating dinner later, and then anyway, there was a weird noise. And so yeah, I'm just not hungry in the morning. I want to give my stomach time to wake up, and there's really no rush because I'm alone here in the boat, so I can kind of make my own schedule at the moment. But yeah, Montenegro's more or less what I remember it as. Very, very chilled out here, and tourism is picking up a tiny bit, but not crazy. There seems to be a wind coming in, so I might go take a look at everything upstairs and how it's all going. But yeah, so just sort of keeping busy with various little things, and keeping everything tidy as much as possible. until we leave in a month. So that's it.